Amy. Welcome to Colors Alive at 7:05. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well tonight. I have 3 cards that I want to share with you guys tonight. And they're all patriotic kind of in nature. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the first card that we're going to make together tonight. This one I'm calling A Day to Remember. It's in honor of the 4th of July. And I got inspired to make this card when I received this swap in the mail from Cynthia Howard. Hi, Paula. She made this card for our card swap. And I love how she used the decorative mask along with these beautiful flowers using this shimmer vellum paper. And so I wanted to try and do something patriotic. And so I came up with this card that we're going to make together. Okay, so how we're going to make this is, well, I kind of already did a little bit of it in advance, so it wouldn't take so long to do this. So I wanted to show you guys how the decorative masks work. Lay it on your paper, and then you can do a couple different things. You could use a sponge, or you could use anything that you want to get that color onto your background. And what I did for mine is I just used these little sponge dauber tools, and I dipped it into my Night of Navy ink pad, and then started, dabbing all over with my little sponge dauber. But one thing that is really important when you're using the sponge daubers, when you first dip them in your ink pad, like stamp off to the side with it a little bit. Make sure you don't go in with that very first dip, because sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get, and it might be too bold for your background. So definitely go off to the side with that. So when I made the one that I wanted to share with you for tonight, I thought I wanted it to look more like the night sky, and really, like, these are really flowers, but they did remind me of fireworks. So that's how I got the idea to use them. I want to tell you about the decorative masks before we go on. So the decorative masks are in the annual catalog. And they are here. You can see on page 128. This is how they're described in the catalog. Decorative masks, and this one is from the Plenty of Patterns decorative masks, and they're used to create a textured background. So there's that. So that's what this is part of, and there's 4 in the package, and they have some really fun ones this time, so I had to get it. So anyways, it was on my wish list. So this kind of, like, now to me looks like the night sky. And then the next thing that I did is I used the to get the flowers, I used the Color and Contours bundle, and that's this one. And so this is a 2-step stamp where you can stamp the outline and then stamp the background, or stamp the background and then the outline. So that's what I did for this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put those on some dimensionals. Big dimensionals. So I'm going to just stick one on the back of each. And then I'm going to stick them down to make them look fireworky. I don't know, fireworks, that's just what they reminded me of. So I just kind of stuck them down like that. And then boom, boom, boom. Getting ready for the 4th, right? Okay. So there we go with our little fireworks. And then, so the next thing that I did was I stamped with, this is also a new stamp set in our annual catalog called Days to Remember. And this one, what you do with it is you use it to create calendar events or days or special times that you want to remember. So I took the words "A Day to Remember" and I'm gonna mark that on my block here. And then I'm using, yeah, I guess I'll use my Night of Navy. So I'm gonna use my Night of Navy ink. So I'm gonna ink up the Day to Remember, and then I'm gonna stamp that here. Except I think I'm gonna stamp off and use 2nd generation inking. There we go. Okay. Just to soften it a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. And then on the other one, I put July 4th down at the bottom. So let me get the July. Okay, here's the word July. And then I just wrote the 4 in with a marker. Okay, so I'm cleaning off my stamp. All right, so here comes July. So I'm gonna ink that up. I'm gonna stamp off. So I don't know if you guys can see how sparkly that looks now. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of sparkle to it. And I'll kind of do these lines a little bit too. Okay, like that. Just to give it a little bit of pizzazz, if you will. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe off my stamps. And then next, all we have to do now is we're gonna mount this to the front of our card. So the piece that is underneath is 4 by 5 1/4. And this, so this is gonna get and then the base of our card is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. And so we're just gonna mount this to the front of our card. All right, so there is our card, our first one. And then all that I have left to do now is put a piece of white on the inside, which I'll do later when I am going to send it to the person that I want to send it to. So, oh, one more thing. I can add some bling to it. You can see on this one, what I did for bling is I added a little bit of these red rhinestones. And these are also in the new annual catalog. So finishing touch that you can add to make your card even more special. All right, so that's our first card. This card is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I love this card. Okay, so how this works is we're gonna use two different things. We're gonna use the spiral die, which is like a tie-dye t-shirt, and then we're going to use this new it's a new set of dies that are in the annual catalog. Okay, the spiral die is here. It is on page 118, and it's just one giant stamp, and I'll show you how to use that. And then I combined it with this new die set. Okay, it is called Give It a Whirl, and these are actually in the back where you can see what the die cuts. So with this, you get the front piece, the twirling piece, and then the other positive and negative pieces that you would include with what makes the little window. So I'll show you how this works. But for this card, what you do is it has like a little wheel that you turn, and just an extra layer of fun on the front of a card. Okay, so you have your card base, and this card base is 4 1/4 by 11, also scored at 5 1/2 on Night of Navy. And then this piece gets run through the die cutting machine, and I'll show you what that looks like. This is what that piece looks like. It's like one whole card. It comes out, like there will be a little hole when you run it through the machine so that you can insert a brad to hold the wheel behind this piece in place. And then the next thing that you do, you choose which window you want to use. So for this one, I chose the heart. So what I did to kind of help me space out, like when I was gonna stamp, is I drew in the pencil lines of where each piece of the window would stop. And then I lined it up. So very happy for you. That's gonna go here. I think I still might, I'm gonna use a pencil, and I'm gonna draw like a really faint outline. Okay, so there's the first one. I think you'll still be able to see that. I hope so. Okay, then the next one will go here. Oh, I used July 4th because that would be like a special day that you'd want to remember, or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna use It's Your Day. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get July inked up, and then I'm gonna stamp that. Let's see. I'm gonna put one here. Okay, I'm gonna put one here. The other thing with this set is you want to make sure that you have brads, because you need a brad to hold the wheel and the front of the card in place. We are going to use the spiral die, and here's what that looks like. It just comes as a giant, it's like one giant stick. Our little piece here, it is not that big, so I don't want to ink up the whole thing. So I'm just gonna do part of it. So then I'm gonna clean it off and we're gonna flip it around the other way, because how it's supposed to work is you're supposed to just give it a 180-degree turn and add a second color to get the effect like it was spiral tie-dyed. Just ink it up like so. And then this is where my center is, so I'm gonna go a little bit south. And then I'm gonna press down with my other block and see how it looks. Hopefully it looks okay. Here we go. Ooh, what do you guys think? Do you like how it turned out? It's kind of fun, huh? All right. So there's that. So then the next step is we are going to use our brad. I double check to make sure that when I turn the wheel, it's definitely showing what I want it to show. Okay, so very happy for you. And July, and then I'll put the date of the person's birthday in there. So our brad's on now. Okay, so there we go with the spinny wheel. And then what I did for this one is I wrote inside the card, hope your day turns out perfect, right? Okay, so. Okay, so we will put this on our base now. So I'm going to use, you know what, I think I'm gonna make it on red. Yeah, I'll just make it on red. Okay. Okay, and now the little wheel twirls. And one other step that I didn't do with you guys, but you can do, you can emboss this piece right here so it has the little arrow showing, so people know to turn the wheel. Okay. But what I did on mine is I just drew the little arrow in on the wheel, so good times, right? Okay, so that's the second card. Hope you guys like that one. All right. I used the stitched stars dies, and I'll show you guys those. This is what those look like. The stars interlock with each other to give you your card. So I'll show you how I made this card. It's going to be 5.5 by 8.5. And then what we're going to do is we're going to score it at 2 1/8. Okay. This is designer series paper, and it's in real red and Night of Navy. And so I'm just going to cut this so that each piece is going to be 1 7/8. So 1 7/8. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna just add some tape runner to these. Like, it's so hot outside today. Okay. So there's our first panel. And here comes our second one. So, there we go. We got our red and our blue. Okay. So what I did is I used this one and I cut this one out, and then this one inside of it. Star comes out like this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it through again, but I'm going to cut the middle out of it. I'm going to put this piece on here. I'm gonna use some glue. And you just want to make sure you're just putting it on one side of the star. Alright, so when we open, only part of the star is on this panel. So that's how this one works. So then I'm going to put glue for this one on this side of the star. So I'm just putting a little bit in here, like that. And then when I lift it up, there. So they have two different stars and they're interlocking like that. Yay! This is like one of my all-time favorite sentiment sets. I just used the word congratulations. I'm just gonna make my own little pennant. We improvise when we can't make things the way we want them, right? Okay. So there we go. All right. It's only gonna stick to one side. Okay. And you could put it on dimensionals if you wanted. You don't have to. And then I have a few of these little stars to use that we can use to decorate this part. I think I'll put this one here. Like that. So these are the holiday rhinestones. So I'm just gonna add a couple of these. I'm gonna do a couple red. Let's see, I think I'll do a red one here and I'll do a blue one here. Okay. And then, let's see. Maybe I'll do card number 3. Done. Yay. All right. So here again are all the cards that we made tonight. This one is special interlocking using the Stitch Stars dies. I'll show you how that works on the one that we made together. Okay, there we go. Then you could put whatever you wanted on the inside. Okay, so there's that one. Spiral die t-shirt. There's that one. And the fireworks one. I don't know, I kind of like how that red looks there. I might add some red to this just to finish it off. I'm not sure. But there you go. That's all of the cards that we did. And thanks for watching. If you liked watching these videos or seeing how I made the cards, be sure and give it a like or a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, thanks everyone. Hope you have a great holiday. Bye!